All right, everyone, we're getting close to the GIE. If you don't know what that means, it means it's time for product unveils. I want to give everyone a little heads up what we've got going on here at Grass Factor HQ. My friends up at Permagreen have given me permission to unveil the brand new 2019 Permagreen. Alright, so y'all know that is the older machine. That one is the 2017 Permagreen. We got the drone up in the air. We're gonna take it for a ride, see how it feels. We're gonna put the new one next to it, put it up against it. All right, so that's the old machine. Well, that's the latest machine up to this year. It has the shortened wheelbase to help you get in and out of those turns and tighten up that turn radius. So let's put that in comparison to the new machine. Did you see the one-arm control there at the end? The whole reason I'm able to do that is because of the way they've readjusted this turn system on here. It's unbelievable. I mean, truly, without a doubt, I was able to steer that with one arm. Real quick, gonna jump on the other machine and see if I can do that same thing.
It all started with a feeling. 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 It all started with a feeling.
So I can, but it is nowhere near the ease that it is on the new machine. In fact, if anybody has any experience on the old Permagreen Magnum, that's exactly what it feels like. It is just so easy to come in and out of turns. Really, really awesome stuff. All right, we got the overhead. Now, let's give it a little once over. We'll talk a little bit more about the specifics of the machine. Okay, so some simple stuff on the changes here. First thing I noticed kind of walking around, we have a metal third hole close. For those of you that know, I used a paint scraper on mine for my third hole close. Or drill press, little paint scraper, and you're good to go. Everything else up here looks the same. I did notice a little beefier pad that goes on your gear shifter right here. This is definitely beefed up. Going around the side of the machine, still got the wheel weights. Everything looks the same down here. Spray system looks good. We got our two different nozzle settings here. We got our high and low gear spreader settings right here. More wheel weights over here. And then this is where things get really interesting. First, let me take you over to the old machine and show you what that looks like here. If we look down in here on, you know, whatever you want to call this, a sulky, a velky, whatever, you know, you got your connection to the bearing right here. This threaded piece, this was beefed up that year before. The overall wheelbase was shortened. I believe this front axle was moved forward for this model. And I don't know if you can see in here, but you have this connection, you have this connection, and then you're connected right here, all your spray assemblies, right? So this one performed much better than the previous year's Triumphs for sure. Now, we look over here, this looks completely redesigned, right? So we still have our top connection, we still have our lower connection. However, we have a whole nother bar right here. So this looks like it's actually mounting to the frame. That is still part of the frame, but this is mounting in here, right? And look at all these beefed up materials here. I mean, this is just extremely beefed up compared to the previous years. Even, you know, right here, this joint, as it moves through, it actually moves through into the kick plate, which I thought was pretty interesting. It shows just how beefy it actually is. Now, if we get a little overview look here, let me show you what this looks like. Now, looking in here, we have these dampeners. I assume that is done so to dampen in and out of turns. We got a little bit of support here, and these plates right here are not on previous machines, but they are here. And I thought that was to limit movement in and out, but even there, it is not coming in contact with anything. I mean, it is just so much tougher than it previously was. We look at our on-off lever here for the spray system. We have moved to a brass ball valve, so that's a great little touch right there. Makes it easy to grab and turn off. But these improvements right here to the sulky, whatever it has done to the weight distribution, I mean, it is truly one-arm operation. Now, I do not recommend doing that. Do not do that. If Tom saw me doing a one-arm operation, he would have a cow, because Tom is very focused on safety, and that goes into a lot of why the decision was made around this machine, was always taking operator safety into account. And you know, you don't have to worry about like hydraulics, which can fail or lock up when you're going downhill. And without that tire rotation, you know, the machine can become difficult to control. It's a long way to say, do not operate this with one hand. I've never been easy on anyone that has complained about difficulty operating their Permagreen. I've never been sympathetic. How about that? And even to a point where I've teased a few people about, you know, saying they have trouble coming in and out of turns or something. But that has been 100% solved with this machine. In fact, you could take really anybody of any upper body strength level at any age, put them on this, and they're not going to have an issue operating this machine. There is much more complexity in there than I know how to dive into the mechanics. I don't understand it. I haven't had time to, you know, break it down and understand exactly how each part functions, but it has been beefed up so much. And in 14 hours, the 14 hours I've put on this machine, it is so dramatically different in operation than all the previous Triumphs. So really, really exciting. I know Jeremy's gonna love having this out this year, and it's gonna be significantly different than what we've run before in the past. Being where I am, dealing with the hills that I deal with in East Tennessee, you can't ask for a machine to navigate hills like this. Already, it was superior in every regard in handling hills. Now, with this added ease of maneuverability, it's untouchable, especially coming in and out of hills. So everyone, that's gonna get it. That is the 2019 Permagreen Triumph, completely redesigned steering system. Hope you enjoyed it. Take it easy.